Hey, boys and girls, hope everybody had a great day. Hope everybody's doing well. Today we're going to do a video and we're going to read one of my favorite books of all time, okay? I have a lot of favorite children's books, but this book is a very good one and I love to read it, okay? So we're going to read it today in a little bit, but first we're going to sing the Baby Beluga song, okay? Yesterday we read the Baby Beluga book and I sang it kind of slow because I wanted you boys and girls to see the pictures on every page, okay? And then I also sent you the YouTube link of the video so you guys can watch the Baby Beluga video as well, okay? So I hope you guys got a chance to watch that and to sing the song, okay? So, but today we're going to sing the Rafi Baby Beluga song, okay? So let's get going.
Shall we sing Baby Beluga together?
Yes, let's sing Baby Beluga together.
A one and a two and a three and a four and
Baby Beluga in the deep blue sea, swim so wild and you swim so free. Heaven above and the sea below, and a little white whale on the go. Baby Beluga, oh baby Beluga, is the water warm? Is your mother home with you so happy? Way down yonder where the dolphins play, where you dive and splash all day. The waves roll in and the waves roll out, see the water squirting out of your spout. Baby Beluga, oh baby Beluga, sing your little song, sing for all your friends, we like to hear you sing it. Baby Beluga in the deep blue sea, swim so wild and you swim so free. Heaven above and the sea below, and the little white whale on the go. Baby Beluga, baby Beluga.
when it's dark, you're home and you're fed.
You're curled up snug in your water bed. The moon is shining, the stars are out. Good night, little whale, good night. Baby Beluga, oh baby Beluga, with tomorrow's sun, another day's begun. You'll soon be waking. Baby Beluga in the deep blue sea, swim so wild and you swim so free. Heaven above and the sea below, and a little white whale on the go. You're just a little white whale on the go. Awesome. Yes, and I hope you boys and girls are clapping there at home.
Thank you very much.
Very nice. I hope you all enjoyed that song. I love that song. I can sing it all day. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that song. And now I had a couple of friends send me some more things that they know and what they want to know about sea life. Okay, so we're going to take a look at that real quick, okay? Remember our KWL chart, okay? And so here, Dylan sent me what she knows and what she wants to know about sea life, okay? So, Dylan said that she knows that sharks eat fish. Wow, so that's right, sharks eat fish, absolutely. And Dylan wants to know, how do sharks breathe? Very awesome. She wants to know how sharks breathe. Okay, so next we have Oscar. Oscar sent me a video, okay, about, Oscar wrote down what he wanted to know, okay, and what he knows. So let's see what Oscar knows. Oscar knows a lot. If we were still in school, you could have helped me being a teacher too, Oscar. Okay, all of you boys and girls have such great info. Okay, Oscar said he knows that an octopus has 3 hearts and 8 legs. So an octopus has 8 legs and 3 hearts. Wow, that's some great information, Oscar. He also knows that dolphins use echolocation and make mud rings. Very good. And we're actually going to learn about echolocation for those of you boys and girls that don't know. Next week, Miss Michelle is going to read you a book and talk to you guys about whales, because dolphins and whales, they both use something called echolocation, okay? So we're going to learn about that next week, but I'm glad you know about that already, Oscar. Oscar also knows that cuttlefish hypnotize its food with lights. Wow, that's awesome. We'll look into that too, so everybody can learn about that. Good, Oscar. Oscar knows that fish live in the sea, and he knows that, fish live in a sea cucumber's butt. Well, I did not know that, Oscar. I know in our Zoom, on Monday, Felicity was talking about sea cucumbers, and I didn't even know that there was such a thing as sea cucumbers. So I'm glad that Felicity knows that, and we'll learn about that, okay? But Oscar and Felicity were talking, and fish, they live in sea cucumbers' butts. Okay, so we'll take a look at that and we'll learn about that. So that's awesome. Oscar also knows that humpback whales migrate, and that's awesome. That's a great word, migrate. What other animal that we learned about migrates? You guys remember? The butterflies. That's right. They migrate as well. So that's good. Okay, so humpback whales migrate. Oscar also knows that plastic garbage hurts sea life. That's right, Oscar. Plastic garbage and pollution is very dangerous to sea life. So we're going to learn about that as well. Good job, Oscar. Oscar also knows that dolphins sleep with half a brain and one eye open. So dolphins sleep with one eye open. That's interesting. And we'll take a look at that also, because to see why they do that. And lastly, Oscar knows that a narwhal's horn is a big tooth. Awesome. Oscar, you know so much about sea animals, and all you boys and girls know so much about sea animals, so I'm very happy. Let's see what Oscar wants to learn. Oscar wants to know, do sea cucumbers have teeth? Okay, and we'll have to learn about that, because I'm not even sure about that. I didn't even know sea cucumbers existed until Monday. So thanks to you and Felicity, I know that now. And I'll do some research and we'll find out if sea cucumbers have teeth, and we'll learn about them, okay? Also, why do jellyfish glow? So jellyfish glow. So we'll learn about that as well. Okay, good, Oscar. Also, he wants to know, why are orcas called killer whales if they are dolphins? Great question, Oscar. We'll learn about that. Oscar wants to know, are there seasons in the ocean? So everybody knows that there's a fall, a winter, a summer, and a spring. Okay? And Oscar wants to know if there is seasons in an ocean. So that's great. So we'll find that out. And also he would like to know, would an orca bite me? So if he were to see an orca in the ocean, would an orca bite him? Very good questions, Oscar. And we will learn all that stuff, and we will do that in the coming weeks, okay? Next week, like I say, we're going to talk about whales. Miss Michelle is going to read you a book about whales and talk a little bit about echolocation. And then I will go on and take on whales from there. Okay, so it's going to be awesome, all right? So we're going to read my favorite book, okay? Like I say, this week was just, to get into sea life, and next week we'll really start learning about the different animals and the different things, okay? But today I want to read one of my favorite books of all time. And I'm sure some of you boys and girls have read this book before, okay? The Rainbow Fish. Okay, The Rainbow Fish. And this is such a good book because it has a great lesson in it, okay? And we'll talk a little bit about that as well, okay? And look what I have also. Miss Michelle let me borrow one of her. Look at this. Hi, boys and girls. The Rainbow Fish. Hope everybody is doing such great. Mr. Roberto is going to read you my book right now. Awesome. So I'm going to read the book, and this is a cool little puppet that she let me use. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to read the book called the rainbow fish, and then we'll talk about it afterwards, okay? So this is the rainbow fish, and it was written by Marcus Pfister. Okay, the rainbow fish. Okay, the rainbow fish. A long way out in the deep blue sea, there lived a fish, but not just an ordinary fish, but the most beautiful fish in the entire ocean. His scales were every shade of blue and green and purple, with sparkling silver scales among them. Look at those shiny scales. So beautiful. The other fish were amazed at his beauty. They called him Rainbow Fish. "Come on, Rainbow Fish," they would call. "Come and play with us." But the rainbow fish would just glide past, proud and silent, letting his scales shimmer. That's not very nice, is it? They want to play with him, and the rainbow fish just ignores them, and he just goes on by. One day, a little blue fish followed after him. "Rainbow Fish," he called, "wait for me. Please give me one of your shiny scales. They are so wonderful, and you have so many." You boys and girls, think that he's going to give him one of his scales? Let's see. "You want me to give you one of my special scales? Who do you think you are?" cried the rainbow fish. "Get away from me." Shocked, the little blue fish swam away. He was so upset. He told all his friends what had happened. From then on, no one would have anything to do with the rainbow fish. They turned away when he swam by. Look, he was very mean to that fish, and now everybody just swims away from him. Nobody wants anything to do with the rainbow fish. What good were the dazzling, shimmering scales with no one to admire them? Now he was the loneliest fish in the entire ocean. One day, he poured out his troubles to the starfish. "I really am beautiful. Why doesn't anybody like me?" "I can't answer that for you," said the starfish. "But if you go beyond the coral reef to a deep cave, you will find the wise octopus. Maybe she can help you." The rainbow fish found the cave. It was very dark inside, and he couldn't see anything. Then, suddenly, two eyes caught him in the glare, and the octopus emerged from the darkness. "I have been waiting for you," said the octopus with a deep voice. "The waves have told me your story. This is my advice. Give a glittering scale to each of the other fish. You will no longer be the most beautiful fish in the sea, but you will discover how to be happy." "I can't," the rainbow fish started to say, but the octopus had already disappeared into a dark cloud of ink. "Give away my scales? My beautiful shiny scales? Never! How could I? How could I ever be happy without them?" Suddenly, he felt the light touch of a fin. The little blue fish was back. "Rainbow fish, please don't be angry. I just want one little scale." The rainbow fish wavered. Only one very small shimmery scale? He thought. Well, maybe I wouldn't miss just one. Carefully, the rainbow fish pulled out the smallest scale and gave it to the little fish. Thank you very much, the little blue fish bubbled playfully as he tugged the shiny scale in among his blue ones. A rather peculiar feeling came over the rainbow fish. For a long time he watched the little blue fish swim back and forth with his new scale glittering in the water. The little blue fish whizzed through the ocean with his scale flashing. So it didn't take long before the rainbow fish was surrounded by the other fish. Everyone wanted a glittering scale. The rainbow fish shared his scales left and right, and the more he gave away, the more delighted he became. When the water around him filled with glimmering scales, he at last felt at home with the other fish. Look at all of them have little scales, little shiny scales. He gave one to all of them. Finally, the rainbow fish had only one shiny scale left. His most prized possessions had been given away, yet he was very happy. Come on, rainbow fish, they called. Come and play with us. Here I come, said the rainbow fish happily, and they splashed and he swam off to join his friends. The end. So that's just a great story. I love that story about the rainbow fish. And like I say, it just has a great lesson. Okay? It has a great lesson. Boys and girls, at the beginning of the story, was I very nice to the blue fish? No, I wasn't very nice at all to the blue fish. I was being really, really mean to him. All he wanted was a scale to be just like me. But then I discovered that by me being mean to all the fish, none of the fish wanted to be my friends. So, once I gave everybody a scale and was nice to them, then I had tons and tons of friends. So boys and girls, you know, it's a great lesson, like I say. At the beginning of the story, the rainbow fish, he was being a bucket dipper, wasn't he? We talked about being a bucket dipper and a bucket filler, right? Okay? And he was being a bucket dipper, okay? Remember, everybody in the world has invisible buckets. Okay, everybody in the world, your mom and dad, I have an invisible bucket, your brothers and sisters, you have an invisible bucket. Everybody in the world has an invisible bucket with them, okay? And it's our job to fill people's buckets with happiness, being kind to people, okay? And when our buckets get filled, that's when we're happy, okay? And we fill other people's buckets by being kind to them, by sharing, by helping, okay? And that's how we fill people's buckets, okay? But there's also things called a bucket dipper, okay? And when you're mean to somebody, when you are mean to somebody, when you say mean things to them, when you bully them, that means you're a bucket dipper and you're dipping into their bucket and you're taking some of their happiness away. And when you do that, when you dig into their bucket and take some of their happiness away, you take some of your happiness away too. Okay, so we want to be bucket fillers, okay? And the rainbow fish there at the beginning of the story was not being a bucket filler at all, okay? And he had an empty bucket. Until he finally, and when he had an empty bucket, he was very sad, okay? Until he finally realized, you know what? I need to be nice to my friends. And so he gave them scales. He was nice to them. So he filled up their buckets. He filled up his bucket. And they were friends and they were happy. Okay, so I love that story. I love the rainbow fish, and it fits perfectly with what we were talking about being bucket dippers. I hope you and bucket fillers. I hope you boys and girls are being bucket fillers at your home, making sure that you play nice with your brothers and sisters, no fighting with them, making sure that you pick up your rooms, help out at your house, help your moms and dads clean the house, pick up your room, pick up the toys in your room. Don't make messes. Listen to your moms and dads. I hope all of my friends are being bucket fillers, and I know that you guys are being bucket fillers because you, each and every one of you boys and girls, were so awesome in the class being bucket fillers. You guys would tell each other kind things to your friends, and so you guys were so awesome at that. So I appreciate that. So that's our video for today. The activity. We read the rainbow fish. I'm going to let the rainbow fish tell you what the activity is, okay? Okay, boys and girls. So, the activity for this weekend. Mr. Roberto sent you, your parents, an email. And in the email, there is a rainbow fish letter game. Okay? So, your parents need to print it out, and you guys will match the letters so you can learn how to match letters. Rainbow fish, that was not a very great explanation, but good job. So I sent a letter matching game to your parents. They're going to print it out for you, and there's cards on it, and the cards have letters and a picture of a fish, okay? And if you pull out an A, then and it's a red fish, then you have to go and find the letter, the fish that has an A on it, and you have to color it red. Okay, your parents will help you out with that. But yeah, that's the activity for this weekend. There's uppercase letters and lowercase letters, okay? So we can work on our letter recognition, all right? I want you boys and girls to do that over the weekend. Send me pictures and videos of you doing the assignment. And, oh, before we go, actually, hey, Rainbow Fish, guess what? Excuse me, guess what? Last week, we learned, or for this past month, last month, we learned all about insects. That's pretty cool, huh? Wow, I like insects. So we learned all about insects, Rainbow Fish, and we learned about caterpillars, and we watched caterpillars change into butterflies, and I let them go on Monday. But now we had ladybugs too, and we had little ladybug larvae, and they were changing into ladybugs. So boys and girls, guess what? Our ladybugs have completely changed. We have ladybugs now. So let's take a look at that. You want to see that rainbow fish too? Yeah, I want to see that. All right. I'm going to go over and get it. Okay, my cameraman here. So we have ladybugs, boys and girls. My cameraman's going to come in here and we'll check it out. Let me know if you can see it. Look at that rainbow fish. Wow. Amazing. You getting any of them? Okay, see, boys and girls? So they came out of their pupas and they became ladybugs, okay? Look at that. See them moving around? See this guy over here on the bottom? He's moving around. Oh, look at that. That guy's crawling in the middle. You see him? Cameraman? Yeah? All right, they still got food and stuff. See him moving around there? That's amazing. All right, awesome. And if you can see, you guys see these little, so do you see these little black things that are still here? I mean, these ones, this is the ladybug, but do you see these two black things in between here? On the walls here those are the pupas. Okay, that's the shell that they came out of. Okay, you know how the butterfly left the chrysalis? Okay, that is like their chrysalis. That is like their chrysalis. That's what they left behind, okay? So that's awesome. Look at them. Here comes one right here on the back side. He's walking. Okay, they need some water. So I'm going to have we're going to come over here, put it down, and I'm going to have the rainbow fish give them water, okay? Would you like to give them water, rainbow fish? I would love to give them water. Yes. All right. Okay, so let's see here. I am going to, okay, so I filled up this with water. Okay, I filled this up with water, the dropper. I'm going to put it in the rainbow fish's mouth. And he's going to give them water. Let's see if this works. Okay. Ready, rainbow fish? Ready, rainbow fish? Okay, he's ready. Okay, here we go. Let's see if this works. Okay, I'm going to lift this up for the rainbow fish. Okay, here we go. Ready? Oh, look at it. He's giving them water. Okay, the rainbow fish gave them water. All right. You take that out of his mouth. Thank you, rainbow fish. Wow, that's amazing. All right. So there's my cameraman. He's going to get a couple pictures too so I can post on Class Dojo. That'd be a great picture there. Maybe, yeah. Awesome. Very nice. So we finally got ladybugs, boys and girls. They finally changed. And I'm going to keep them again for maybe just for the weekend on Monday. Okay, on Monday, just like we released the butterflies this past Monday, next Monday we're going to release the ladybugs. Okay, I still have to talk to my friend and see if he wants them. If he does, then we'll go on Monday and we'll go release them in his garden where his flowers are, where there's a lot of aphids. Okay, so that way they can eat and stuff. So I hope you boys and girls enjoyed the video, seeing the ladybugs and the rainbow fish. You want to say goodbye to him, rainbow fish? Goodbye, boys and girls. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye, boys and girls. We'll see you Monday. Don't forget, Monday we have a Zoom. Okay, we will see you guys on Zoom Monday. Bye.